Hey out there, good morning. Good morning. Before we open the room up, just want to say hi to everybody. Welcome, glad you're here. Let me throw a couple things out there. Let's wait till we get going here. Let's see if we get anybody in. Good morning, everybody. Just fired the engine up, so take a minute for everybody to get here. Take a look at the SPY. Let's do this real quick. There we go. Hey, if you're watching this in the replay, thank you very much, by the way. Check out our 14-day, $14 trial. That's $1 a day, 2 hours of private coaching 101 with me. Hello, my name is Rick. Today's date, by the way, is Thursday, December 18th, 2025. You can also hold your camera up to that little, I don't know what you call it, that little square there, and that'll get you over there and get you signed in. So again, thank you if you do that. Appreciate that if you sign up. And then let's go ahead and get things kicked off here just a little bit, okay? All right. Hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Are you here? Check, check, test 1, 2, test. Let's do this. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello, Jim, Tammy, Gold, Daryl, William, Donna, good morning. Oh, thank you, Ed. I was just about ready to pull mine over there. Here, I'll pull it over for the other, do the same thing. Today at 12 noon Eastern time is when we kick off our member e-learning. This is, I believe, every other Thursday, right? Today is going to be understanding market psychology, insights into traders' emotions, crowd behavior, sentiment analysis. And then Doug's going to kick that off at 12 noon. John will follow up at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll be here at 2 p.m. Eastern. Now, this is for all members and all trial members of all 3 of our services, okay? So hope to see everybody there. And this will be in the combo room. If anyone needs any help logging into that, when you're in your whatever trading room you're in today, make sure that you can get in there. And if you can't, just ask Doug, John, or myself, and we'll be glad to walk you through it. It really is easy to get there, but hey, you don't know what you don't know. So yeah, that's important. Okay. And I also want to remind people, let's see here. Where's it at? Whoops. Let's see, say no to that. There we go. We have our hit and run candlesticks. We have our 14-day, $14 VIP fast start program. And if you sign up for this, you would be eligible to come to that class today. By the way, you are a full member. This comes with a host of products, along with 2 hours of coaching 101 with myself, and trade alerts sent to you in the room and on the app if you download the app. And you're certainly you don't have to, but it's free to you once you're a member there, okay? So let's get this out of the way. Let's talk about the market a little bit. Let me come over here. There we go. All right. So let's get the SPY up here, right? So, well, it looks like, it looks like we're trying to bounce, and it did that yesterday, and it failed on us. So I think one of the key things is to let's make sure. I would try to discourage any kind of bottom picking until the market really kind of gives us a story. Maybe this is, we're putting in a bullish Hiromi pre-market here. Let's see if this can hold up. And for goodness sakes, we better hold yesterday's low. I'm afraid if we start scooting much lower, we're on the edge of something we don't want to be on, unless your claws are big, real big. I just was kind of reminded. Today is Thursday, right here. We've got CPI coming out here shortly, and if not, it's out now. Jobless claims, the same. And then e-commerce retail sales. That's about the only thing today really that matters. Tomorrow, personal income and existing home sales. So we'll have to watch what that does with the market here. We'll see. So far, not much. Okay, take a drink of coffee here, huh? So, hope everyone had some pie last night, and we talked about pie yesterday. I thought about pie all night long, by the way, just so you guys know. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. So right now, one of the things that I like in a market is I like it when price is above the white line's above the dots, making the dots green. Well, you can see that I really don't like the market right now. This is what I like. Dots, white line, price. That's what I like. This is not what I like. So we need to see the buyers climb up here. Let's go look at a 10-minute chart. So here's a 10-minute chart. That's working right there. That's working. That's what I want to see in a 10-minute chart. So throughout the day, I would like to see that work. I would like it to see move into a 60-minute chart. It's trying to work on a 60-minute chart, doing a pretty good job of it. I want that to happen. And then I like a 3-bar chart. And you can see price action is trying to move us up a little bit, but we haven't crossed those moving averages. Therefore, we don't have the trend. We don't have the trend momentum in there. We don't have. And then clearly on the daily, we don't. Weekly wise, well, we're still kind of holding it. On a weekly view, we're not too bad, really. Our trend is still there. Okay. So maybe we're bad by some eyes, but our trend is still there. Okay. So let's go take a look at diamonds real quick. Diamonds are kind of hanging in there. Yesterday, they weren't bad at all. And then today, they're looking a little bit better. Price is sitting right here on the trend indicator, and it's trying to get back over the T line or the 8 EMA. I think that's a good move. Our SP is looking pretty good, much like the diamonds. We're still trending up. Price is looking good over the T line here. Qs, well, they just suck pond water. That's all there is to it. The T line has even gone down through the 50-period moving average. Not a good thing. This is just not good. All right. So we are on the edge of something that could be very, very painful if you're way too long. Yeah, we're on the edge of that. So let's be a little bit careful here as we're trading. Make sure the market is doing what you want the market to do, because it's not that the Qs control the stocks. It's that the stocks control the Qs. And if we are going down and you're out there looking, say, for longs, well, you're cherry picking the ones that are actually moving up, but the big bat is moving down, and it will suck those longs down. So be very careful there. Okay. IYT, let's peek at that. IYT, there we go. IYT is not looking so great. I would in a great market, we would want the transports working for us. So today's not finished. Yesterday wasn't horrible, but not great. And if we stay under that green dot today, a dot will turn red, and that won't be good for the transports. And then we have SMH. Well, that just stinks. That just smells. Dirty diapers here. So we need SMH to do something to become bullish. So, all right, let's take a look at ETHA. We're down. I drew a line here. I think I drew it just this morning. Drew this line, just connected some dots. Maybe, just maybe, we get a little bullish activity and we start lifting off this area right in here. We start moving over that trend indicator there. Well, that might be a good little buy area. Looking for it to move up higher. IBIT, the same thing. We've got our trend line here. If we start moving up, I would say 51.30, we just might have a good little buy here. We looked at SMH already. Take a look at Tesla. Tesla is now setting up to move a little higher. And congratulations to the Tesla traders. I mean, way to go. Yesterday probably wasn't so good for a lot of people, but right now we may be setting up for a buy. So we rally up. There's a little bit of profit taking, and now we have a little bullish Romy in there. 3-8 trap, by the way, for those that follow 3-8 trap. PLTR is still holding up. Again, yesterday was not a great day. It did start out pretty darn good. Looked like it was going to be a good day, but fizzled. Bulls seem to be holding this 50% retracement area. And the same token, they can't seem to get out of this 193 area either. So we're just kind of bouncing around in here. We need a few more bulls to take us out. It's that simple. Google still on the downtrend. Let's see what happens today. NVIDIA still on the downtrend. Let's see what happens today. It's a nice 3-8 trap short if you are so inclined. If you are so inclined to be short. The mags, look at that. Will that help us today? Well, we'll see. We'll see. If this candle can actually grow and hold in here, move up a little higher, I think that would be very positive. Well, we just could have the mags back. And if we have the mags back, that will be very good for the bullish side of the market. XLY, absolutely beautiful chart. It's actually a buy area right now. Trend, T-line, price. Gotta love it. Amazon, well, maybe, huh? Maybe the dotted deuce. That's what this red line is. It's my modified 200 period moving average. If anyone wants to know what it is, you ask in the room. Really don't have time while we're doing a recording here, okay? Maybe that's going to be the bottom. And maybe, based on the current candle, which by the end of the day, that could fizz out and we could end up way down here. So let's don't get carried away with ourselves, but let's keep an eye on that. Amazon might be setting up. And then FNGU, yeah, we're still down. We have a little Hiromi doji kind of thing in here, little bitty thing. We need to wait to the end of the day and see what that does. But right now, it is still in a downtrend. Meta, I can't remember. Did I do that? Yeah, I've still got my Meta. Still holding the Meta. It's holding up well. I really would like to get above 670. I'm not holding Meta. I'm holding METU. But if Meta can get over here past 671 or so, then that will help that METU. Then we can challenge the dotted deuce in that next line up here at 691, 50-ish. But we need that follow through. It's real simple. We just need follow through. Here's XLK. Follow the Qs, follow XLK. They'll kind of tell you the same thing. Looks like the bulls are trying to open us up decent today, but unless there's follow through, this is just noise. It's just yak, talk, smoke with no action. Microsoft. I don't know that Microsoft's doing anything great. It may be trying to, inch itself up here. But Microsoft's going to have to get back 687, 24, 25 for me. And if it does that, okay, then maybe Microsoft might be trading a little serious. But right now, I don't think it's taking it serious. XLF, 3-8 trap. Beautiful chart, trending, bullish, buyable. We already looked at RSP. XLE, still in a downtrend. Apple's still in a downtrend. The little saving grace for Apple is it's right here at the 50-period moving average. And the 50-period moving average can, and it does often, become a bouncing board for price. So the 50 is still trending. And maybe it becomes that bounce board right here and we start to bounce up. So let's keep an eye on Apple. COPX, look at COPX, still bullish. Copper, keep an eye on copper. Still looks really good here. I think we already looked at transports, and then USO is still sucking palm water. We're still down here. I can see by this chart right here, though, that there may be a lot of people trying to bottom pick. Hey, if that works for you, it works for you. Just mind your P's and Q's. Make sure that you keep that stop on. Follow your rules as you trade that stock. Okay. Let's take a look at fuel cell. Wow. I think we should keep an eye on fuel cell. Look at today's candle. Look at weekly. Here we are down, kind of a cup, right? And here we are up. There's your little handle. The weekly looks fabulous. Go back to that daily. Here we're down. We land on 200 in the dotted deuce. We rally up. We consolidate. A little bit of a pullback. And shazam, what a candle today. So right now, anything over the 50% retracement area, which is, we'll call it $9. This is very tradable here. Target one would be up here about 960. Second target right here about 1050. Third about 11 and a quarter. And that's about 8% up there. So fuel cell looking pretty sharp if you ask me. ELVA. Nice 3/8 trap. We're just crossing up over that 50 period moving average. We have a 3/8 trap right here. You can see we have a flag. We're above the 8 EMA. We're below the 3 high. That's what makes it the 3/8 trap. We're just crossing that 50. The trend indicator is just crossing that 50. So this actually could have some pretty good follow through. I don't know if, for those of you that, spend a lot of time looking at charts, but when we cross back over the 50 period moving average, not every single chart, not by any stretch of the imagination, but what you will find on a lot of charts, not a lot, but, well, not every chart, but a lot, is that price that is, I don't know, monumental. It means something. Well, price will continue to run. Now, price will pull back. They always do, but it goes higher. What you're doing is you're getting a fresh start from the 50 period moving average. And that's a good way to put it. You're getting a fresh start from the 50 period moving average. So go back and look at charts today, maybe, and look what happens when you get that fresh start from the 50 period moving average. You get some pretty nice runs out of it. It doesn't work on every chart, but I think you'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised what you find. MU. So MU was the star last night, I think. There we go. And it had good earnings. Well, it doesn't matter whether it had good earnings. The market liked what it's doing. So MU is looking good. We pop out of here. Just looking at round numbers, look at 280 and 300 up here, 320 as targets. But so far, very nice chart, MU. So let's keep an eye on this. Whether or not you're in it, keep an eye on it, because it could be that one stock that actually helps to push this market up a little bit, okay? Take a look at a firm. This is a nice one. I have it written down here. There it is, RM. There we go. Look at a firm. A firm is a buy right now. 200 period moving average has acted as support. It's acted as a bounce area. And big old candle 3 days ago, little inside day yesterday, and it looks like the bulls are trying to move it up today. Here's the 50% retracement area, and you can clearly see that must mean something. See, we've been there once, twice, we'll call it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, just 7 times maybe. So that, what is that? About 79.50 is a pretty important place. You break out of that important place, that means all this up here is your playground. So a firm, I think, should be on everybody's watch list. Our room, let's keep an eye on it. It could be a really, really nice player here, okay? Hey, Carlos, you're looking at AAL. Let's take a look. Beautiful chart. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to remove this one, put up a different one. So right now, that would be the next target to the upside. Very nice trend, excellent trend. If we go back and take a look at this, so see how we dance on that 50 period moving average right here? What I was talking about earlier, find a fresh start from the 50. So that's a fresh start. Here we break out, we come back and test. So here we pop up, that could be an entry area right there. We get a little sideways right in there. Right in there is a little sideways. These are entry areas right there. Nice, real nice. Beautiful, beautiful chart. So follow the trend. Price, T-line, trend indicator. It's very, very simple. Nice, very nice here. Take a look at CMG. Look at CMG. I'll raise my hand for those. There's several members in the Hit and Run Candlesticks room that you bought CMG. Congratulations. Nice call on that. You guys rock. You're looking pretty good here. This is not quite a rounded bottom breakout, but it's close. We move up a little more or even go sideways, it will become a rounded bottom breakout. That makes the targets based on the rounded bottom breakout, those red lines up there. All right. Now, there's more targets along the way. We just simply take that top and take this bottom, and then you can see these other targets in there as well. And we're about to get one right here. And then the next one would be right here. And targets, by the way, you know, I mean, these are places that it doesn't mean that, you know, the position has to be sold there, but I would sure monitor the candlestick, make sure that it's holding up. And I would monitor the overall market, make sure the market is not pulling back, because that will end up causing it to pull back in the end. So there's some targets there, targets to the upside on CMG. Very nice trade, you guys. Congratulations to it, to it all there. Good son, you held in MU through earnings. Way to go, man. Way to go. Nice job. Good morning, S. How are you? Little chicken. Look at that. Has pulled back to support and trend line with a 3-8 trap. Yes, it has. So we just start, you know, look at trend. Trend is rocking. Higher lows, higher highs. What more do you want? This is another one that's freshly off the 50-period moving average. Let's keep an eye on that. Thank you very much. Hello, Thomas. Looking at some RKLB. RAKL. It's too early yet. My lips don't work. RKLB. Nice little rounded cup bottom right in here. Maybe putting in that cup right in here. Cup and handle right in here. 50% retracement right there. So we broke out of it. So now we're testing it. Anything above that, I think, is bullish. We will need to break out of that 65 area, these highs, to move up higher. But I think that's a looker. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Morning, Rickster. GCT. GCT here. Very nice chart. You got to love trend. You know, who loves trend? I mean, I would hope everybody says yes. This is the main trend right there. That's my main trend. And then the T line confirms that it's moving up. If it's above it, it's up, right? And of course, if it's green, it means price is above it. And then price, we buy price inside this area right here. Man, look at that. That's beautiful. 3-8 trap, about ready to break out, rocking. This is also what I call a gap and trap. Or I call it a gap and trap. You know, that may not be a gap, and it really doesn't matter if it's a gap. It's a volume. You know, I should say volume and trap, but that sounds corny. I don't like that. Gap and trap sounds cooler. So that's what I see here. I see this gap and trap. Now let me talk about this for a second, because somebody asked me this the other day. Because I mentioned that and they said, well, that doesn't seem like that's right. You know, it should be gap and trap right away. You are right, but it doesn't mean that it can't be a trap here too. The whole point is the chart was set on fire right here. That's what set it on fire. That's the thrust. That's the explosion. That's the, wow, we better start looking at GCT. And you're right. There's a 3-8 trap right there. Would have been a great place to buy it, right? Well, there's still a 3-8 trap right here. So every time it comes back to that 3-8 trap area or a buy area, that's a gap and trap trade. Very nice chart. Super nice. HL for Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Good morning. Beautiful trend. Look at that. I mean, the trend just, and the trend, let's make this a pin. Trend is what matters. See, we trend. Oops, I wanted a pin. I really wanted a pin. There we go. See the pin? And we went lower, but we're still, you know, I'm not going to kill it because of one day there. Trend, We kind of went a little bit lower. Trend is still working. Beautiful. T-line stayed above the trend, proved momentum. Right now, we're in a nice little flag right here. Very nice chart. That's 3-8 trap right now. Nice little entry there. CAG's on my watch list. I have a little every morning I make a little stick-it note. If you guys don't have any, then I always have some we can look at. And CAG is on my list there. But almost a rounded bottom breakout. Once our trend friends move above the 50-period moving average, then that becomes a rounded bottom breakout. Nice little flag right in here. Yeah, CAG is looking really, really good. Liking it. Hey, I want to compliment traders. I know a few people that were in Lulu, by the way, and nice job on your Lulu trade. I do think maybe it's time to take some profits off, but a great big congratulations to you. Excellent trade. And same with PALL. We talked about both those here a few days ago. You guys took advantage of them. Nice job. Just be a little careful. We're getting a little high here on PAL. Made some good money on that. So way to go, everyone. Way to go. Take a look at GM. I think GM might be trying to set up. Look at that trend. Overall, the trend has been fantastic. We got a little bit sideways right here. Price got under, but the T line, the white line, never went below the trend indicator. So the trend was never broken right here. It got a little squeezed, but it never broke. Right here, that's what set it on fire. That set it on fire, and it's still going. And now we have a three trap. So I could call that a gap and trap right here. Sounds better than fire and trap. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound good at all, does it? Fire and trap. No, should not use those words together. Anyway, nice chart here on GM. UDR, did I write that right? I did. Look at UDR here, moving up, rounded bottom breakout. Targets based on the rounded bottom breakout are 37.30 and then up here at 39. Good morning, Daryl. You're looking at some Coke. Coke might be setting up. Not quite a bullish engulf, but you know what? Just not quite, but a heck of a good candle, isn't it? Nice little flag to the right. Then this thing starts to moving. Let's just do this. This thing starts to moving. Coke might be a nice little play in there. Yeah. ALB, bullish chart, 3-8 trap. Trend is holding. What more do we want? Nice chart. Yeah, nice chart. Let's look at some QCOM. Look at some QCOM. So if QCOM gets going here, we would have a new fresh start off the 50-period moving average, wouldn't we? Yeah. So potentially QCOM could really pop up there, and let's just stick with some round numbers. Look at the $200 magnet up here. So let's keep our eyes on QCOM. It looks like it's trying this morning, and if it starts to go, that would be a nice little 3-8 trap. Beautiful flag pullback right now. If it makes you feel better, put a trend on it. We can do that right now, and we'll manage it. If it moves down, we'll have to change that. But QCOM may be setting up here, and we're getting one of those fresh starts off that 50-period moving average. So, let's keep an eye on QCOM. Cliff, I'm still holding Cliff. Maybe that comes up today. Still trending. We're still holding. This is another one, fresh start off that 50. Merck. Let's look at Merck. Here's Merck. That's still holding up pretty good. Yeah, Merck is still looking good. Oh, here we go. DJT. Look at that. So the Trump media, I don't know what got in that thing today, but Shazam. So Not a trade I would be chasing, but it is one I would put on my watch list and wait for it to set up for you. If you know your setups, then fantastic. If you don't know your setups, well, write them down. Write them down. Or better yet, find a chart that has your setups, print it out, and put it in some kind of booklet or something so you could turn the page. And don't get carried away. Don't think that you've got to put in 100 setups. You only need 1 or 2 or 3. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that. And then so you can see what that setup looks like. So, you take a stock like this, because this is going to be what we're going to call what set that thing on fire, right? So maybe it does move up higher. At some point, it's going to move back. Could start moving back today too. But something has set it on fire. Now, wait for it to set up, gap and trap, or gap and entry. If, it doesn't have to be a trap for you. It could be gap and entry. If that's one of your chart type setups that you look for. But I would definitely keep Trump Media, DJT, on your watch list. TE is setting a nice trend here. Let's get rid of that. See how we came off that 50 there? Very nice trend. It's still working. We're above the T line. That looks really good, Mr. Goodson. Yeah, a little cheapy there. Pretty nice chart. Okay, what time is it? I don't think I have too many more here. I think we've covered them all. Yeah, I think we've covered them all. Hey, I do want to remind everybody, members, non-members, if you want to become a member, have a trial, $14, 14 days. You get some coaching, get a whole crap ton of ebooks and pre-recorded classes. But anyway, today at noon, Doug will kick it off. Our member e-learning topic is understanding market psychology, insights to trader emotions, crowd behavior, sentiment analysis. And then John comes in at 1 p.m. Then I will come in at 2 p.m. Okay. I want to thank everybody for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. Let's all run, go get our coffee, our soda, our iced tea, whatever we drink. Let's meet right back up here in about 25, 26 minutes. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. Okay. You guys all take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. If I don't see you today, tomorrow, same time, same place. All right. Have a great, great day trading.